Hello guys, this is Ram. Welcome back to my channel CATIA for everyone. In this tutorial I am going to show how to design a socket in Unigraphics NX. And apart from CATIA, I am doing this in NX because it is somewhat easier compared to CATIA for basic designs like small part models, assemblies. The interface will be somewhat user friendly, but coming to advanced drawings, CATIA is the best option. So let's begin with how to download NX. So open your browser and just type NX student version, and you will get multiple options here. Go to student edition free download. I'll be providing the link in subscription of the video. Just go and check there, and it will take you to Siemens platform, and go and check how to access and read these points. Visit the download page, and you can get your free trial here. Sign in using your Google account. If you don't have account, just give your Google account. It will automatically do everything, and then go and get your student licensed version. It will be for 1 year. Meanwhile, you can in this 1 year you can learn that, and after downloading you will get a desktop icon like this, not the pirated one, which is you'll get a globe icon, and for student one you will get a notebook icon, and right click and open that. You will get an interface like this, and to start our design, go to new, and before itself you have to specify the units. Here for student version they are giving only 2 units, mm and inches, so I am specifying millimeters, and just name your model and give the destination folder. Click on OK. It takes time because I had lots of softwares installed in my PC like CATIA, NS, ANSYS, many are there, so it's taking bit time. And now we are going to make this socket here. So first of all, let's draw the sketch. It is uh, two rectangles. One is 36 into 32, other is 16 into 56. So without delay, let's begin. Select on sketch, and you have to specify a plane after selecting sketch, and plane mode should be in invert, then it will be default. It will be somewhat easy if you keep in invert, and then click on OK. Let's take the rectangle tool and tracing this, try to and go to rapid dimension. This was 36 and this is 64. Now I will constrain my this line with the axis. So go to geometry constraints, click on OK, and I will do collinear. For the select collinear, line number 1, line number 2, and close. See, now this is coincident with the axis, and then now I have to draw another rectangle. That was and go to rapid dimension. This is see, just to zoom in and zoom out, scroll your middle cursor, scroll button, and to pan it, that means to move it, hold shift in your on your keyboard and hold the scroll button on your mouse and drag it, and it will be panned. To rotate it, just hold middle mouse button, that is scroll button, and then just drag your mouse, it will get rotated. To get a normal view, you can click on this plane and it will again go. And now I have to create a chamfer here and here. Go to chamfer, select these lines, create chamfer, again select these lines, create chamfer. See, after doing your work, just click on escape to end that command, otherwise it will be repeating. And now from this diagram, the distance between this point and line was 4 mm, and I am specifying distance as 4 mm, and between these 2 points was 4 mm, and again here, coming to here, again between this and this, it was 4 mm, and between this and this horizontal distance was 4 mm. After getting dimensions, just click on escape. And now we have to create arcs. See, these arcs we have, if you clearly observe, the arc starts 2 mm above this horizontal line and also 4 mm behind this vertical line. Now again go back, click on line. So from here it is 4 mm. I'll just put my cursor here so that it will trace that point. Now I'll draw a horizontal line up to that point. Again from here I will draw a vertical line of 2 mm length. Okay, now I'll draw an arc here. Select this point and this line. See, this will create automatically a tangent arc. And now I will go to rapid dimension and give dimensioning for this arc. So I will specify radius as 4 mm given in the sketch. Now I will trim off the extra parts. Okay, fine. Now similarly we have to draw on other side, but on other side it is 4 mm from the horizontal. That means the line is 4 mm inside. 4 mm inside, and from here it is 4 mm vertical even. Okay, and an arc with a radius of 4 mm again. and then click on close. Now again go to trim and trim off the extra line here. Now just look, our sketch is ready. After finishing the sketch, just quit the workbench by clicking on finish. Now what we have to do is revolve it. So I am selecting revolve command. The curve will be selected automatically. Now I have to specify the vector, that is this vertical line, and it will be rotated. Click on apply and then just cancel it. Now I have to draw a circle and then just pocket it. So I am clicking on sketch and then click on the plane here, click on OK. Now then select the circle, select the center. See, you have to take care that every sketch that you draw must be started from origin, then it will be automatically constrained, and it will be good to you, so that you don't need to specify dimensions every time if you start with the origin. And now I am giving the diameter as 50 mm and then simply finish it. Now extrude that sketch. See, in this boolean select the mode as subtract and give some values. In value you will have a starting, you can have many points like value, symmetric value, until next, until selected. I am taking value and specifying minus 125 here, and just look, it will be creating a subtract. That means the object that you have selected, that object will be subtracted from the body, target body, and then click on apply. Now again I have to create a pattern of holes here. So similarly click on sketch and select this plane and click on OK, and now I am selecting on circle, and it will trace out the midpoint, and click on that point and diameter as 10 mm. Again click on escape on your keyboard, and now again extrude that circle, click on apply and click cancel. Now we have to pattern that hole, and I am patterning it using pattern feature. Go to pattern feature and select the feature. The feature is the extrude 6. You can select from the figure, and if it's difficult for you to select from figure, you can go to tree and you can simply click on extrude 6. Now specify vector. So with what vector I have to rotate, as I want to get this circle